So you decided to join me on my quest towards financial freedom. Well, welcome along. And happy $50 silver. I don't know, I woke up and the price of silver currently 5106, and I'm happy. Happy coffee, everyone. I got that from the Silver Stacker Cracker. He has a great fun channel. You guys might want to check him out. Also, I consider myself a thousandaire. I enjoy the Thousandaire Radio channel. I get a lot of inspiration from there, and today what I wanted to tackle was show you my latest coin store pickup. Also, I wanted to touch on why I'm confident at buying silver at $50, where I think it's going. And I also wanted to share why I began to stack silver to begin with a few years ago. And so I'm going through what I consider a mid-stacking crisis with silver at $50. I'm sure we're all pondering buy, sell, hold. I'm learning a lot about myself. I'm learning that I am addicted to silver. I can't stop buying. And so without further ado, let me show you what I got from the local coin shop. I picked these up yesterday. So at the local coin shop, I picked this up. I got this for 26 times 2, that would be $52 an ounce. So I thought this was a great deal. Check out the queen. Queen's all decked out. She got the bling, she got the crown, the earring, the necklace. Yeah. Perth Mint does a really great job. Let me see. I don't know if you could see it, but on her face they have like wrinkles below the eyes, on the forehead, the detail. Very beautiful coin. It is 2023, year of the rabbit. Look at that fur. They did a real good job on this. I've been trying to behave myself and save some dollars, but I can't resist getting something like this. While I was there, I also picked up some 1/10 ounce rounds. Got 2 Indian heads from the Highland Mint Buffaloes. So this makes 10. I got a total of 10 of these. Got different designs. So I got a full ounce. My OCD was kicking in. Also picked up a treat. This I couldn't see it when I picked it up. I just knew it was a 1/10 ounce. But this is actually a Somali coin. The African Wildlife series, the elephant. Got the pyramid in the back, palm tree, 4 9s, 4 9 silver. So this is actually a coin. Got 10 shillings. So this was a nice little surprise. Come home to. I looked this one up on eBay, and it goes for like $12-15 easily, with some sold in the last month. So I was really happy. This was the cherry on top for me. So this is the latest addition to the collection. Got the share there. Let me grab my other rounds here. Yeah, so I got 10 of these 1/10 rounds. That's part of the stack. So I want to also touch on one of the comments. Paraphrase it. The comment was, "For God's sake, buy some rounds," or regular Eagles. But what I was trying to explain, and maybe I didn't do a good point at it, is that we're living in a crazy time of silver, and the rolls are out the window right now. It's a crazy time. There's not much love for the old constitutional silver. That's getting frowned upon. We have, but what I wanted to really hit on is that I think there is a time, there's a glitch in the matrix. Where spot price is shooting up so high that it's crashing into the floor of the premium silver. And if you go to your local coin shop, there's a great opportunity to get some good deals. Like I said, I split my stack. I have 115 ounces that I got below $40, and that was a good seed, and it grew into a silver tree, and it's bearing fruit, and that was a good solid victory. And I was pondering on, should I just stop buying silver and look for something new to invest in? But I found out that I'll never stop stacking silver. In my former life, I used to chase the dragon. Now I chase the silver dragon. So definitely addicted to silver. But I'm also on my journey to be a good investor also. So trying to learn balance between that. Since I started over, so now my full stack is 13 ounces. I started, I wish I would have did this when I first started stacking, was to document all the purchases, at what prices, things of that nature. And so to address the one comment, like I got all this silver here. I added up like the 10 ounces of like the premium silver I got it for $5.17. If you were to go online and try and buy a generic silver bar, you're going to be paying around this price. Probably with today silver going up, be a little bit more. Also got the the little fun stuff. I usually don't get like fractionals, but I got the 1/10 rounds at $50 an ounce. So I'm not paying the premiums on there. And so for total, my 13 ounces come to $663. I think if we were to, let's see, silver is at 51 times 13 comes to 663. Ain't that a crazy coincidence? But I think I'm really doing good on price. And like I said, there's a glitch in the matrix. There's a lot of opportunities and deals. And that's, if you're a new stacker, it's why it's important to have a relationship with your local coin shop. It's a crazy time in silver. I just bought this like a month ago. This is a reverse proof Canadian maple. Has the Edison Privy. It's a beautiful coin. It's one of my favorite coins. But I got this for $46 about a month ago. Silver was at 44, and I paid 46 for this, so it was a $2 premium. And today silver's at 51, so it's already past the premiums. It's already, earning. It's a good soldier and it's already earning. So that's what I mean. Like, if you have a look for these deals out there, I get my silver from my cat's up here causing havoc, but I get my silver. He also has a online shop, eBay shop, and so I do a lot of shopping on there, and he already made his money on this stuff. Like this, I picked this up for $51 about 2 weeks ago. Both these, a lot of these coins are $51, and today, we're at 51. So I thought this was a great investment. I don't normally collect like slab coins. These are my first two, but silver at these, like I said, there's a glitch in the matrix, and the spot price has crashed into the premium price, and there's some opportunity out there at your local coin store. So I've been taking advantage of that. Pretty proud that I paid a little extra for these proofs. I could have bought 3 more slab coins at 51, but I decided to get these proofs, 58, 58, 54, and you can't go online right now and buy an eagle, just a regular random year eagle, for this price. So like I said, some deals out there. The next thing I wanted to address why I'm confident at buying silver at $50, and kind of like my thinking. Like, I had 115 ounces at $40, and that's a good win. That's a good investment victory. I was buying silver since it was like $22 an ounce. A lot of my, so I got a great victory there. And so now with this stack, I decided to plant a new silver seed. And this silver is risky right now. It's exciting, it's fun, it's going up, but it's also a risky time. A lot of people are fearful, a lot of people are selling. So that's why you're able to pick up some nice pieces like this. Everyone's, selling. Dealers, they're maxed out with cash. A lot of people selling. But good news is my local coin shop's been a lot busier lately. A lot of times I go in there, he has little inventory, and so people are still buying, and that's why I'm bullish. But there's good reason to be fearful, and I'm not an analyst. Don't take anything as financial advice, for I am the warning, not the example. But we've reached $50 silver twice. And what happened? We fall back down, go down the hill. But now we're at 50 again. And we have a cup and handle. Well, we have a cup and we're forming a handle. And we've been putting in real solid closing weeks at $40. So I believe we have a good foundation at 40. We currently shot up, which is a good sign, past 50. And so 50 has always been a line of resistance. So with our correction, we just had that massive correction. But if you're in crypto, it's kind of nothing. But so we've had our correction, and we're forming this cup and handle. And it's a good correction. If we bounce off 50 and continue to rise up like we're doing right now, silver's showing a lot of strength, We took a good whacking, and we just ate that dip up, and we're working our way back up. But $50 is real risky right now. I would feel safer buying silver at 60, and I'll tell you why. History has shown us that you hit 50, we go back down. But we've hit 50 twice now, so this is very encouraging, and we're building a strong foundation at 40. So if we hit and bounce and we flip $50 from resistance to support, that'll complete our cup and handle, and we'll eventually shoot up to 100. So that's why I'm confident buying silver at $50 right now. I like getting this premium stuff. Like I said, I saw an opportunity. Hey, you can get premium silver at generic silver prices. So that has motivated me to get back into the silver stacking game. And I realize that this is all speculation right now, because we could just as easily, like the last two times, roll over, fall back down, and then we gotta wait another 15 years before it rises again. And if I have to wait those 15 years, I'm gonna have something beautiful to look at. But I'm speculating and I'm gambling right now. Like, this silver was an investment, and I did well, and it was a solid investment, and I would like to keep it till retirement and like a long-term hold. So I'm just putting that away in a deep stack, and I'm starting over, and this is a gamble. And so I'm gambling that silver the trend is still intact. We're going up. There's still high demand for silver. And I mean, at $40, it's not even worth the people mining silver. And we have such a high industrial demand right now. So that's why I'm confident at buying silver at $50. Also, I wanted to share a little story out of The Richest Man of Babylon and how I started stacking silver a few years ago. I started stacking when it was $22, and I started stacking silver as an emergency fund to protect my crypto. I first started my investing journey in crypto, in Web3 gaming, and now I'm more of a Bitcoin maxi. The more I read, the more I learn, the more conservative investing that I become. The more educated I become, the more conservative I become. But what turned me on to silver was I was reading The Richest Man in Babylon, and then there's a story in here where the rich son, he'd be like the prodigal son. He had the real wealthy father, and his father gave him, I guess, inheritance, a small fortune for him to go out into the world and explore. And he also wrote down the laws of gold, which he followed to accumulate that fortune, and he gave that to his son as well. And his son went out into the world, and he got ripped off with scams, squandered his money, bad business adventures, and eventually he goes broke in a foreign land, and all he has is the paper with the words, the laws of gold written on them. And so he begins to read them and implement them into his life. He gets an average entry-level job, begins to save his money. 10% of all he earns becomes his, and his boss recognizes what he's doing with his money, and he gives him an opportunity to invest with him and his friends. And what they were doing was they were going to buy the metal that would be used to build the gate. For the king was rebuilding the walls of Babylon, and they were going to need a metal gate. And so this group decided to buy up all the metals that would be used for the gate ahead of time and sell them to the king when he decided to build it. And if they didn't if they weren't able to sell to the king, it was still metal and it was still had value. They could still get rid of it. And that's what turned me on to silver. One good thing, if you use AI and you have like an AI assistant, ask AI the difference between 4G and 5G and what role silver plays in it. And I believe that, we're building a new future with AI. So things like copper, silver, which have just been added to our critical minerals list, you're going to need that because AI takes a lot of electricity, Bitcoin takes a lot of electricity, Visa, MasterCard, they take a lot of electricity, the cloud takes a lot of electricity. So things like silver and copper are just going to go up, I believe. And if you get into like the 4G, 5G thing, you find out why silver is very hard to replace. Also drones in the future, satellites are going to have to talk to the drones and vice versa. So I'm collecting the metals that I'll sell to the king. And that's what I'm doing on my journey here. And that's how I got, started stacking silver. It began as a hedge against, for my crypto, to protect my crypto. I did the same thing with my Bitcoin. I took a part of my Bitcoin and I put it away long term in a cold wallet. And I also have Bitcoin on the Coinbase exchange that sometimes I dip into it. I continue to add to it, and maybe I'll use that, sell it down the line, something like that. I could use it, for many different things, but I have like a long-term stash and also like a portfolio that I also play with and could buy, sell, and trade. And that's what I'm trying to attempt to do with this stack. This is speculative, but that's I think I'll end it there. This videos went long enough, and I just thank you for tuning in. If you got anything out of this, like, share, subscribe, and enjoy looking at Kitco all day. I'm out.